Hey, it's me, Unapologetically T, and I just came to do a video for those who literally are dealing with people who hate you. Um, when you're sensitive to that type of energy, like you can feel it. You can feel when motherfuckers talking about you. Sometimes you can hear the shit. Sometimes it gets signed, sealed, and delivered to you, and they don't even realize it. And like you just know, who don't like you. They use their flying monkeys. Them little motherfuckers be watching you, your page, your social media, your life. Um, I just want to say, like, basically let their ass watch. Um, let them watch. Let them drive they stuff crazy. Because the same way they tried to make you out to be the bad guy is the same way they going to fuck them own selves in life. Like, when someone becomes so addicted to you that literally all they can do is watch you with malice, um literally, you ain't gotta worry about that. Like, they're gonna end up running their own life because now you're so focused on, hyper fixated on such and such, that literally you ain't even focusing on your own shit. So literally, if you're dealing with hate, don't worry about it. Evil and hate destroys itself from within. And if you're dealing with hatred on the end that somebody has harmed you, I say give yourself some grace, some love, some compassion. You seen me deal with it. Baby, I'm gonna deal with that shit how I deal with that shit. Like, and now I'm cool. It's like, so like, people can't tell you how to handle things and how to feel about things and what to say and how to say it and what to do and how to do it. Like, that shit is like, sometimes it one thing works for somebody else that don't work for another. So like, literally, I had to go through a process. Like, I held things in for some shit of years. Like, I was holding in feelings about people for like 20 years. Some people would be like, well, how can you consider a person to be your friend? Like, some of y'all gotta realize that a lot of people were dealing with you, they were tolerating you. They didn't fuck with you. I would never, I would never drag a friend. I would never drag a friend to the pits of hell. Like, if I had somebody solid and they lost their way, I would have to give you grace and mercy. I might have to, like, say fuck you and I can't deal with you no more. But if I dragged you and you was a friend, bitch, just know. Just know you was never my friend. Just know you was never my friend. I was tolerating you. And there's a difference. I know who a real friend is and what a fake one is. Motherfuckers that sneak dish you, motherfuckers that act like they better than you, those are not friends. Those are not friends. Motherfuckers that do for you just so they can have one up on you, that is not a friend. And so literally, like, if you ever seen me drag somebody to hell, they was not my friend. I had to tolerate them motherfuckers. So literally, just give yourself grace when you dealing with hate, whether it's on your end or on someone else's end. For me, I had to unleash a lot of things that I was holding in, and it was just like, it's time to stop holding it in. And so now I pray on that shit. Like, I pray. I rarely feel like hate. I do be still feeling like, I be getting some attacks. But I've been detoxing and stuff like that. So like, that's cool. I'm alright. And literally at this point, anybody attacking me, literally, like, that's on you, boo boo. That's on you. You gonna have to deal with those consequences. Definitely if I ain't started. Definitely if I'm not the initiator and you was the initiator, baby, help you. You better go pray to God, cause you barking up the wrong tree. So literally, like, when you dealing with shit like that, don't stress yourself out. Don't stress too bad. I'm learning not to stress at all. Like, God handles it all. So I just been getting bigger and deeper into my faith. That's what I've really been doing, and focusing more on myself. I thank God for that. It has been, I don't think I ever had a part of my life where I got to focus on me this much, because I always was working, I always was having trauma, I always was in school. I was a mother then. Like, I was a mother at a very young age. Like, we talk about teen moms, but we don't talk about young adult moms. Like, we know what we know when we teenagers. Like, so it's like it's not that far off. I think I got pregnant when I was 19. I found out when I was 20. I found out 2 days after my birthday, my 20th birthday. And it's funny how I even found out I was pregnant. I don't even know if I told y'all that. I found out I was pregnant because I was like having ideologies of I wanted to kill her daddy. See, I be holding in so many stories and so many points of views and perspectives. But literally, that's how I found out I was pregnant. Like, I literally, it was just like, I had the most profound ick. I already had ick for the nigga, but then I just kept having the most profound ick. Like, I will take you out, bitch. And it was just like, I was like, you know what? I had got to the point where I had started pulling out knives and putting them, like, I even pulled the knife out on this nigga. Like, I don't know if I told this, but I had even pulled the knife out on that nigga and told him, like, if he don't stop fucking playing with me, I will kill him in this house. And so literally, that was my breaking point. I was just like, you know what, bitch, you need to go to the hospital because you are going to harm someone. you're going to ruin your life and someone else's. So, like, literally, go to the hospital. I found out I was pregnant. Me and the doctor had a conversation, and they were telling me, like, it wasn't abnormal when you're pregnant to, you know, be a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I don't think it's being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I think if somebody is doing something detrimentally stupid to you, literally, like, a lot of people can kind of push you to the edge. However, you got to have self-control and not let these idiots ruin your life. Just because they don't give a fuck about theirs don't mean that you should allow them to ruin your life. So literally, me and the doctor had a conversation, and they was just telling me, like, you know, when you are pregnant, you have a hormonal imbalance, like your body's adjusting, and, you know, things like that stuff can happen, where you become, like, a lot more susceptible to, I guess, like, losing control and shit like that. So I chucked it up as that, but I did realize in that moment when I found out I was pregnant, I was not gonna stay. Shit, definitely. If I said, God, if I keep the baby, like, I want to skedat. I can't raise her and him, so literally, you know, shit happened and it worked out for the better. So I don't know. I thought about that, and you know, I just be real and transparent with y'all. So, but yeah, don't allow hate to ruin your life. Process it. Give it to God or whoever you believe in or pray to. Like, give it up, and allow those who love to sit in that frequency and that energy have it. Allow them to have it. They're gonna crash themselves out trying to crash you out. They're gonna crash themselves out trying to keep up with your life. Like, literally, I've seen it happen time and time again, and it's like it's happening all over again in this new cycle of my life. And it's just like, we could all be in a better world if people just learn to focus on themselves. Like, and I know I was a person who didn't focus on myself, but I will give myself this. It was in the opposite end of the spectrum. Like, I didn't focus on myself because I was trying to help others. It wasn't that I wasn't focused on myself because I had hatred for others. Like, literally, like, it was the opposite end of the spectrum. Like, I wanted to help you. I wanted to save you. Like, but nah. And definitely, if you were a good person, if you was a good vibe, if you brought a level of safety, blessings, protection. A lot of people try to be your friend because of clout. A lot of people try to be your friend, you know, for so many different reasons. And, like, literally, once you cut that shit off, like, they don't have that access anymore, and they can't get it from nobody else because it's only one you. And so literally, their life is it becomes an immediate shambles after that shit. Like, literally, whether they show it or not, like, internally, like, they're going fucking through it because literally they were the ones who were benefiting from your relationship. You weren't the one benefiting from them. So like, that's why anytime like I do end up having situations where I gotta cut people off, like literally, I go through my feelings and my processes and whatever, like, but I ain't never had a situation where it was like I lost something and the dynamic of my life was in shambles because that person was holding me up. It's usually more of an emotional connection or tie that I am struggling with the loss. But it's never like I needed this person to survive or live. It's never like, what am I going to do now that they're not here anymore? It's more of like, I got used to this attachment and now I'm processing not having it anymore. So like literally when you're the one on that end, it's a much easier process for you to get over things, for you to get through things, for you to get through your feelings and the betrayal and all that stuff. Now when a motherfucker was literally benefiting from you, when they were the ones benefiting from being with you, those are the people that are struggling. Those are the people who, whether they show it physically or not, internally they are struggling, because to be your friend, to be your sister, to be your brother, to be your mother, to be your father, to be your whatever, your partner, your whatever, shit, your co-worker, they'll never find another you. They'll never find another you. They are literally on an upset and an offset of not having ties to you. And they could paint you out to be the baddest person in the world. They could paint you out to be the villain. They could say you going crazy. And literally, deep down inside, they got so fucking drunk off of stealing your energy and stealing your vibe that like literally they the ones in shambles. Shit, you just got to deal with her feelings. They got to deal with whatever you was providing. You no longer can provide. And they can't find that from somebody else because it's only one you. So I don't know. I just was in that space. I was in that space like, thank God on me and not them. Thank God on me and not them. And I just been in deep prayer. You know, I just been in so much deep prayer. Like I'm just so focused on what can Latifah do for Latifah? How can Latifah elevate Latifah? How can Latifah be a better person? Just calling in prayers about being a better me. And being selective. Like I don't care who see me as, oh, I changed and I'm stuck up. For real, to tell you the God honest truth, like I was who I was at a very early age. Like I just was, but society ain't like that shit. So different phases and different parts, I had to learn to dumb myself down or conform, turn that light down. And it's just like now I found out who I was out of anger when I was a teenager. By the time I hit 8th or 9th grade, like I knew who I was. I was still being worked out and kinks being worked out on some bitch ass shit that had going on in me, and sometimes like anger and shit. But like by the time I got to like 9th grade, like I knew who I was. I was solid in who I was, and that don't mean I knew everything. That just mean like I knew who I was though. Like I knew what I was gonna tolerate, what I won't gonna tolerate, all that shit. And so, but it was birthed out of anger, and I felt like now it's like this is birthed out of peace and harmony. This is birthed out of boundaries. Like literally, like it's no malice, it's no anger towards nobody. It's just like, I'm not about to let you mistreat me. I'm not about to let you abuse me. It's like, this is out of love, not anger. That's what it is. It's out of love for myself. So like, it's not about being angry at somebody. Oh, you did some fuck shit. Like, nah, this is out of love for me. I'm also seeing things differently too. Like, all betrayal ain't a loss. Some betrayal comes with elevation. Some betrayal comes with elevation. Matter of fact, all betrayal should come with elevation. It just depends on how you want to sit with that shit. Like, you want to sit with it at the end that like you want to stay stuck in that you lost. You're going to stay stuck in the deficit. But if you want to look at that shit like, yeah, I lost this, but I gained this, or I opened up space for this, then you're going to always be a boss. You're going to always elevate. You're going to always, be who you are. Like, let them haters kill themselves off with their own toxic ass energy. Don't nobody watch me more than my enemies, and that shit is funny. Like, I got people that don't like me that I don't even fucking know. I ain't never met you a day in my life and you don't like me. That gotta suck. That gotta fucking suck. Like, so literally, I just be looking at it like that. It sucks to be you. I got motherfuckers who wouldn't dare fucking hit me up, wouldn't dare come at me themselves, they pussy, and they'll send somebody else to try to holler at me. And it's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I'm not scared of you, bitch. Like, the sheer fact that you even thought you could pull up on social media on me, because, bitch, you would never pull up in real life. I will fuck you up. Like, I would, man, you don't want this shit. This shit been held in for multiple years. You don't want this. You would never pull up on me in public. But when you go online, you get a battery in your pack. When you go online, you think you can talk to me or intimidate me. You're bullies. You're bullies. And so literally I had to learn how to, like, Latifah, why would you argue with fools? Latifah, why would you care? Like, you know these people. They don't know you. They thought you was the punk. And the whole time you was looking and observing them and reading them the whole time, like, y'all niggas ego trip. Y'all niggas literally only can survive in a pack. You ain't no lone wolf, bitch. You ain't had to make it on your own. You don't know what it is to have to figure this shit out on your own. Why people trying to tear you down? You had a community, bitch, and you still ain't shit. So literally, I'm just being honest tonight. I swear to God, it ain't coming from no malice or no anger. Like, I just talk rough sometimes, but, like, literally, like, I had to start viewing it that way. Like, when you start viewing it how it really is, like, all you realize is that these motherfuckers are powerless. They haven't figured out how to tap into their own power. All they can do is energy siphon and piggyback off of each other. Like, me and people like me, on the other hand, like, we done had to figure that shit out on our own. We done had to figure that shit out when we ain't had nobody to get a battery, a jump start, a spark. We had to figure that out. And you know how we figured that shit out? With God, with a higher power, with some type of internal system set up. And so I always used to feel like, why am I doing this shit alone? Why am I doing this shit alone? Like, and it's like, now I thank God. I thank God that I'm doing it alone. I thank God that I could go inward and be led to what the fuck is next. I thank God that I don't have to energy siphon from other motherfuckers just to feel good about myself. I thank God that literally I can sit with myself and not go insane. I thank God that I can sit with myself and be real and honest with myself. I thank God that I don't have to play pretend unless I want to. Like, some people are playing pretend and that's all they know. That's all they know. Some people are literally not only lying to you, they're lying to themselves. So how can I be mad at you if you can't even be real with yourself? How can you be real with me? You can't be real with yourself. So, like, literally, I had to charge that shit to the game. Like, got to charge it to the game. I am happy I'm in a space in life where literally the game has changed. The game literally has changed. And it's like people not realizing the game has changed. And it's like they still vibrating off old frequencies. But that shit is dead. And it's like the only thing you gonna attract off those old frequencies is you. You're not gonna be able to keep attracting God's good ones and using and abusing them. And it doesn't mean that, like, God won't send us to help assist people. It just means that literally, like, you won't be abusing them. You won't be abusing God's ones that God send around. Like, they gon' they gonna know what you is. They already knew what you was. They already knew what you was. A lot of motherfuckers are on missions. Life is a paradox. Life is a paradox. But some of y'all so basic, all y'all can do is see it as linear. But life is literally a paradox. I knew who you was before I even said a word to you, before I even opened my mouth. And you probably knew I ain't fucking like you before I even said a word to you, before I even opened my mouth. That's why you don't like me. Because I already knew you was a piece of shit. And I ain't want to deal with you. But life is a paradox. And literally, everybody got their callings. And everybody got to do what they got to do. And, you know, I just thank God that ain't my wavelength no more. I thank God so much. I sit in this bed and I be thanking God. Like, I go outside and I be thanking God. Should I be detoxing and I be thanking God? Like, get it up out me. Get it up out me. But yeah, my focus is just on, like, just focusing on myself finally. To say it feels good. These last 2 years was trying to get me to get to this point, and it's like everything is to get to this point and get to this point, and it's like I ain't even on that shit now. I'm just right here, right now, taking everything one day at a time. I ain't interested in no physical partnerships. Like, literally, I'm just focused on myself, and that's a blessing. That's a blessing. I'd rather walk alone and wait for what's meant for me than to jump into something and ruin it, to force something and literally it caused me more trauma and pain. So literally, like, just learning to be in the now, to be focused on myself, to be happy where I'm at with what I got. Just so grateful. But yeah, I'm constantly at a state of learning. And so literally, you know, I just be my thing. Setting goals for myself. Like, I'm always a goal setter, but just like setting little goals for myself, continuing to do that. Once I get something else sorted out, just focusing on what else I could, like, get better at. And but doing it with, like, kindness and grace, like doing it with love and grace. Shit, focus been a big one for me. It's way better than what it was when I first started 2 years ago. But, you know, I'm getting there. I'm taking it one day at a time. Really getting back into my just back into myself, my healing, all that stuff. Shit, still focused on my writing. I love my writing. My writing is like my piece. I love when I'm writing out of a space of love. I love when I'm writing out of that hood shit. Like, that hood shit be my favorite shit. Because I get to tell, you know, my stories. I get to tell other people's stories that channel through me. I just get to express myself. When I write my love stuff, though, like, that shit just be like, oh my gosh, it's just such a beautiful frequency to be out of. Like, I remember when I was younger, I couldn't write about, like, loving things, and it's like now to be in that energy of, like, pure love, that is a frequency like that, like, I am adjusting to. Feeling loved and just seeing love in so many beautiful ways, seeing love in nature, seeing love in myself, seeing love in romance, seeing love in a mother, a daughter, a father, a son, or whatever family, like, however the dynamics you want to see it. Just like having those pieces where you could just see love in so many different ways. um I have a unconditional love piece, and that shit just was like, that one was something to me, because it's like everybody want unconditional love, but they want it most of the time, like people that are unhealed want it so that they could just be on some fuck shit, and like you supposed to love them regardless. And I feel like unconditional love is less about loving somebody else and more about you loving yourself. Unconditional love is how you love you, and I think the love that you give to yourself, you are attracting others. um it's just, it's something that, so it's so elementary in the concept, but it's so complex when you grow up in trauma, and when you grow up with dysfunctional love, and you grow up in chaos and confusion. You identify love as those things, and it's like when you're able to come out of those situations, and you're finally able to love yourself and focus on yourself, you finally realize, oh, this is love. This is how it's supposed to be. That same love I was expecting from someone else, like, I was supposed to be giving it to myself. I wasn't supposed to be giving it to other people and expecting them to give it reciprocated back. I was supposed to be giving it to myself, and then I will attract those who literally function out of that same frequency. So literally, that was a hard concept for me. I think all my life I was just searching for somebody to love me like I love. And it was like, baby, you gotta love yourself. Like how you giving everybody else this love, like you gotta love yourself. And I have been in a space of doing that. And so literally a lot of spells have been broken. A lot of distractions are out the way. Nothing can possess my vessel but me and God. And literally, like, that is a blessing. Nothing can possess this vessel but me and God. So literally, that's a blessing in itself. I ain't gotta worry about that. Them glamour spells don't work on me no more. Like I always saw people for what they was though, like, but it was like more of a protection. Like I think glamour spells were able to work for me because it was more out of protection. Like, so I don't, like I said, I don't harm you because if I get one inkling like you playing in my face too much, I'm gonna try to hurt you. And so literally, but I've matured, and I'm at this point where right now, like, baby, you wouldn't even have close access to me. Like the only way you can have access to me is if the paths cross. And if that happened, then God, set your ass up. So literally, like, it's a maturity thing and learning how to have self-control. And so that's something I'm working on. It's a piece I'm working on, like literally not allowing others to make me dysregulate my motherfucking nervous system that I done work hard to heal. So everybody be like, you take the E off of emotions and then you got motion. And it's like, nah, I'm gonna keep my emotions and I'm gonna have motion. I just need to learn how to regulate and sit with my emotions. You're not gonna be a better person. You're not gonna even be a regulated God. You're not gonna be a God body if you don't acknowledge that you have emotions. You actually gonna be dysregulated and you actually gonna be off. So literally learn how to sit with your emotions, learn how to work through them, but most of all, learn how to like not let motherfuckers control you through your emotions. And even yourself, you can literally, you can fuck yourself with your emotions too. It ain't even about what somebody else doing. Sometimes you can have an emotions and they could be irrational at the moment. And I think it's like called impulse control. So like literally working those things out. It's a lot of things that literally I have been afforded to focus on, and I thank God. It's a lot of things that like literally, yes, I put the work in, but I pray first. I pray to God first. I also, talk with Jesus, Mary. I also have a spirit team. And so I literally pray to God first and foremost. And I kick it with my daddy and my mom. And I literally give it to them. And so literally, I feel like for me, the way prayer works is that you're given opportunities and pathways open up and doors open up, but you gotta take the initiative and you gotta put the work in to go through that door. You gotta put the work in to go through these processes, because if that's what you want, then you're gonna work for it. A lot of people think, every prayer should come as a light switch. There are prayers I've had that was a light switch. I ain't had to do shit. It just was done. It was done. It was done. What I could have done though is sabotage what was done. And so when I get miracles like that, it's like literally I think God testing me to just see, is this really what you want? Is this really what you want? You seem like this really what you want. And then there's other situations where it's like, I know this what you want, but you gonna show me this what you want. You gonna prove to yourself this what you want. So literally, you gotta use discernment when you're thinking about prayer. You gotta think about it like, I'm living the life of my dreams now that I used to dream of as a little girl. I used to always dream that I could just like travel and shit. I used to dream that like when I worked, it was like to help other people and I won't stress the fuck out. I used to have these dreams of snippets and moments of my life now. And I know it only gets better. I know it only gets better. So like, you just gotta learn to look at life in so many different beautiful ways. Like, I didn't even know this video was gonna grow legs like this, but it's great that it did. But yeah, I'm so blessed. I'm so loved. I'm gonna show out when I want to show out. I'm gonna show my ass when I want to show my ass. And I should be able to. I shouldn't have to live in a world where if I show my happiness, I gotta be in fear that I gotta deal with attacks and I gotta deal with people trying to humble me because you don't love yourself, because you don't want to congratulate yourself, because you don't want to be happy. So when you see me being happy, it's a problem. And so like, I'm not gonna even operate out of that energy that you matter. You don't matter to me. Literally, you don't matter to me. I be praying hard like, God, make it so that I don't even feel my enemies can't even reach me. They can't even reach me. Their frequency so low and they can't even fucking reach me. And so yeah, it's just like I'm gonna celebrate myself. I'm gonna be happy for myself publicly. Like I'm gonna talk my shit sometimes. Like I'm not gonna keep living in a state of I gotta dim my light because you don't know yours. That's not fair to me, because I'm putting the work in. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to have public fucking happiness. I shouldn't have to hide my happiness so that you won't feel bad about yourself. If you feel bad about yourself because I'm happy, then you need to go do your work. You need to go focus on what makes you happy, because you're a little too focused over here. And so it's a lot of concepts that I'm dealing with around hate. And instead of focusing on the hate, redirecting that shit to be about me and how blessed I am that I'm not operating off that frequency. To operate out of that frequency, hate ain't nothing but the inverse of love. Like, it ain't nothing but the inverse of love. You really love me. You really love me. But you mad because you can't be me, and that's where you fuck up at. You shouldn't be wanting to be me. You shouldn't be wanting to be me. You shouldn't be wanting to possess me. It's a lot of people that want to possess me, control me, have me underneath their thumb, and it's just like, you should be figuring out what's going on within you that you want to control and possess another person. Because life is hard enough being you. Life is hard enough being you. So how the fuck do you think you could possess or control another person? So, and I ain't saying that I don't do some shit. I'm into some shit. But I guarantee you I'm going to use that shit for our greatest good. I am not going to use that shit to tear down Everyday people. If I use some tricks and some hoodoo voodoo, is gonna be for somebody that like literally needs it. It's gonna be for these systems, for these systems and this wickedness out here that is literally has taught those individual people this stuff, because that's literally where it's coming from. Like, y'all literally operating all these fields because y'all said it's easier to beat them than join. I mean, I can't beat them, so I'm gonna join them. But instead of y'all praying to God to make you stronger to endure what the fuck was going on, you decided to join Massa and be like Massa. And a lot of people are operating out of Massa's energy and don't even realize it. A lot of you niggas that got that religious shit, and y'all want to condemn, y'all want to say who going to hell for which sin and all that shit. Like, you operating out of Massa's energy field. You are trying to oppress. You are trying to oppress. If you are fucking hating on a motherfucker that ain't harming you, if you a man and you a man or a woman, I don't respect you. If you a man or a woman and you just speaking on some shit that ain't got shit to do about somebody harming somebody else, I can't respect you. You're a gossip girl. You're a bitch. Like, I can't respect you. If your agenda and if your platform ain't about trying to, first of all, spark conversation, spark dialect, spark some type of organization for what the fuck we got going on, to try to fix it, to try to save others from it, like literally, I can't respect you. I'm sure God gave you a part to play for a reason, and I gotta respect that. But I can't respect you as an individual. So God created all things, and so that's why I say I gotta respect all roles that people gotta play. But that don't mean that I have to accept it. I don't have to accept it in my life, in my world. So yeah, it's pretty dope. It's like all myself is centered. It's like myself is centered, but still working out some things that I want to see, that I want for me. And I think that's where a lot of us go wrong. We don't focus enough on ourselves and our personal development. And I'm guilty of that. Like, I'll try to help everybody in the world but myself, and I'm just not on that wavelength no more. I am strategically and purposefully selfish, and it's not in no egotistical way. It's not in no um, it's not in a way that like I want to harm others. I want to use or take misadvantage of others. Like, it's just in a way that like literally I matter. I matter now. I matter first. I matter first. Whatever extra I can give, but I matter first. And you know, I ain't being a martyr no more. I felt like I've had to live 33 years of being a martyr, and I ain't on that shit no more. I'm not your sacrificial lamb no more. I don't know how many times I ain't died inside. Um, when you have to retrieve your soul from so many different places, spaces, times, dimensions, like literally, you know, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you ain't lived the life I live, and you can't speak on it. You just don't know what I'm talking about. You're not there. And when you have to go through that process of getting it back, it makes you value yourself a lot more. Once everything clicks, you start to value yourself more. um but yeah, I think this is the time in my life where it's just like I'm gonna get it together. um Whatever I need, God can gonna provide. I'm not looking to no man or no woman to do no shit for me. That's been a recurring theme in my life, and obviously it's my path for a reason. Um, when God do decide to give me a physical support system, I know that physical support system gonna be great. It's gonna be a physical support system that reflects me, and so and that's gonna be awesome. So literally, I'm gonna focus on continuing to heal myself and focus on myself. I'm gonna continue to give love and prayers to my spiritual team. I might can't see you in this realm all the time because y'all like to float and fucking send messages through other people and other vessels, keep playing and shit. But but I do feel your presence, and I appreciate, the worthy that you do flow through. A lot of people don't realize that you do know a homeless person on the street can be worthy. Uh, a drug addict can be worthy. Someone with a disease that society deems as, taboo can be worthy. Someone who doesn't fit societal norms can be worthy. God is all. And the moment that you literally lose sight in that and you start to try to kill God when God presents itself in other people, you fuck yourself. And so literally, I'm going to end with that message. I thank God for always reminding me, whether subtly or majorly, that I am loved, that I'm supported. I thank God for my spiritual team. I call it my spirit squad. And God, I look back at me as a child, as a young child, I was strong. I think the younger you are, the more resilient you are. Because, like, this shit, I always look back and I get sad. I'm just like, man, you should have never had to go through shit like this as a child. I'm not even going through the shit I went through as a child now. I'm dealing with the repercussions of remaining in silence. But I'm not even going through the actual shit that I went through as a child. And I just look back and I just be like, you shouldn't have never had to go through that. How did you even make it out of that? To try to put that on me now at this age, I would have hurt somebody. And I ain't talking about no fighting. Like, I would have hurt somebody. But as a child, like, I went through that, and I literally went through it. I ate it. And look at what I was still able to accomplish with all that going on. And there's people who are afforded lives of ease. Who can't say they did half the stuff I did. I have failed at more things than people have even tried to do. And I have succeeded at more things than people have even attempted to do. And so I have to look at my life. I can't look at my life and be like, I'm not in that phase no more. Like, why is this happening? And like, this, I still feel like no one should have to go through what I've been through. And I think I've heard a lot of different people's stories, and no one should have to go through what they have been through. And it's just like, it's already done. And so we're here. And it's like, now I'm just going to celebrate that. Like, literally, look at what you came through. Look at what you made of what you came through. Not only did you go through what you went through, look at what the fuck you did. Look at what you did. And you want me to deny myself? I can't deny myself. I'm that nigga and that bitch. Like, I can't deny myself. I just can't. I can't forsake myself just to make you feel better. I made it do what it do. I made it do what it do, no matter my circumstances. No matter what circumstances you gave me in life, I made it do what it do. There's other people in life that no matter what you give, it's not just me. It's other people in life. No matter what you gave them, they made it do what it do. They did not become bitter towards people who literally were trying to fuck them over while they was doing what they do. They literally tried to love them and fix them. They literally tried to love them and fix them. Those are the pure of heart. The pure of heart, literally, they used to say, the bad guy always wins. Nah. Not in this story. The pure heart will always succeed. However, I am calling for the pure heart to be smart. Like, you don't have to go through torture and keep allowing people to abuse you. And that's a message that was for me too. Like, you don't have to keep allowing abuse. That's not your mission no more. You're done. You're done with that. Your struggles are over. Unless you want to remain in struggle. And it's like, I'm done with the struggling. I'm going to utilize my gifts and my talents with ease. I'm going to live a life with ease. Of ease. I do still have work to do. And I'm going to do it. I do still have, my calling. And I'm going to do it. And, but my personal shit, like, I'm living with ease. My work shit, I gotta do what God sent me to do. But for real, compared to my life, that shit feel like ease. It don't even feel that bad. And I think it's just because I've been through so much shit. Like, that don't feel like it's a whole bunch of shit when I do be going out and having to interact and deal with certain shit. But yep. Shit, my biggest pet peeve right now is that I'm not in my own space, my own living quarters. Like, I gotta be underneath somebody else's rules and regulations and house, and they got all kind of shit flowing through it, and that's my biggest pet peeve. Like, I always wanted my house to be peaceful. And it seemed like when I live by myself, I be at the most peace, the optimal peace. But as soon as I start letting motherfuckers come in my sanctuary, as soon as, certain phone conversations you have, like, literally, invite certain shit in, people don't realize that shit is real. You literally have to be mindful of who you deal with. Now, when you got a job to do, you got a job to do. But, like, when it's your personal space, like, you have to be selective. You have to be more selective. You have to be more wiser about who you allow to have access to you. And I'm learning that. Like, but I kind of always was like, I ain't like a lot of people in my personal space. Like, we out in public, like, yeah, hee hee ha 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 ha. But, like, home, I don't like a lot of people in my home. I don't like a lot of people on my phone. I really don't. Like, old me, young me, it was like, I think I probably talked on the phone more as a teenager than I did at any age of my life. But I don't like that shit. I don't like talking on the phone. Unless that shit gonna be a bomb ass conversation, or we speaking about something that's gonna, like, literally turn out good. Shit, I'll text your ass. But yeah, I don't really like that the extended communication. I kind of like, I'm a face-to-face person. But I do be like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I do be clamming up with certain people and shit like that. Like, I just gotta feel like I'm in a safe environment when I want to speak and shit like that. But I just gotta warm up. That's it. But yeah, I don't like that phone thing. It was funny because, like, when I woke up, it was like, I was kind of sad about being alone, and it's like, I'm actually a loner. Like, So I think I had to return back to myself because, like, I'm actually a loner. Like, I actually don't fucking feel like being bothered by none of you. I'm dead ass serious. Like, I actually am a loner. When I'm outside, I'm outside. But, like, when I'm at home, leave me the fuck alone. Like, when I'm at home, leave me the fuck alone. Like, you can catch me when I'm in the car driving. You can catch me before I get to the place I'm about to go to. But when I'm at home, if you got access to me while I'm at home, like, I care about you. It's some fashion for, or I'm utilizing you. Cause it's like, what the fuck? I'm either like wondering, I'm either curious about what the fuck you want, what's your motive, or either I'm literally in a space where it's like, damn, I just had a flashback of a fake friend, but I'm gonna deal with that off camera, and I'm gonna sit with that shit. I'm not gonna block it out, but I'm just gonna tell it not right now. And so that happens. Definitely if you deal with post-traumatic stress disorder. Like, a lot of people think you gotta go to war. Bitch, we are at war. We are at war, man. Just because you ain't on the battlefield with guns ablazing all the time. Like, we're at a psychological and a spiritual war. Like, we're at a physical war. Like, literally, we're being attacked all kind of fronts. So literally, it's just how you gonna define war. Like, a lot of people only see war as, like, guns ablazing. If you want to be real technical about it, in the projects, we grow up in poor communities, and ain't even gotta be the projects. It literally poor communities, period. We grow up with shootings and people dying, and just seeing all the wildest shit. And so literally, like, when you deal with post-traumatic stress disorder, you gonna have flashbacks. And it's just like, I noticed that the flashbacks, oh my God, when I first woke up, I always had flashbacks. I always had flashbacks as a kid, and it was just like, definitely like when I was young, like, I grew up around a lot of like fussing and fighting, and I mean like domestic violence. Like, I literally grew up like seeing people get beat with blood coming out of them, and just like, it was very horrific shit. I even almost witnessed my mama get killed. Like, literally had to tell a nigga, like, please don't kill my mama. Like, it's the only mama I got. So literally, like, and I was young. I was young. Like, I was 4 or 5. Like, I seen a lot of shit before I even stepped foot into the outside world. And so literally, I always had flashbacks. I would always hear like yelling and fussing just out of nowhere, and then I would always see certain scenes just pop up again. And so that's flashbacks. The same way that you could really have like good memories pop up. A lot of us have that have traumatic shit going on. We see the horrific shit. Some of us see shit that ain't even ours. Some of us be seeing our shit plus some other people's shit that literally some kind of way get onto our frequency. Like, when I think about like frequencies, like, people really don't be connecting this shit. Like, radios are made based off us. Computers are made based off us. So the same way that they operate, and same way, like, when you have radio stations, and like, you could get something that can literally, like, stations can kind of like start to come in on each other. Like, that's how frequencies work sometimes. Like, you literally could start to get stations or 2 stations or multiple stations where you can start to hear and shit flood in. And it's just like, you got to learn how to hone in on your gifts. Definitely be in prayer. Everything that's channeling through doesn't deserve access to you. And so that's a big one. But yeah, like, I always had flashbacks as a child. And I just had a flashback just now about a fake friend, and how, like I was saying earlier, I was the friend who literally, like, I'm the one that's gonna jump out my bed, and I'm not gonna cuss you out and make you feel fucking bad because I done jumped out my bed because your boyfriend had beat your ass. Like, literally. But when it's my turn, them motherfuckers will shit on me. They'll shit on me. And it's like, cool. Duly noted. And so literally, like, you'll let a person get away and get away and get away, and they'll think you stupid, and they can just treat you any kind of way. And sometimes you just being called to let them just do that. But I was, like I said, I'm gonna sit with that actual particular situation that popped up for me. I'm gonna sit with that just not right now. And that's kind of how I've been handling flashbacks. Sometimes I get flashbacks and they make me sick to my stomach. It make me cringe. Those are the flashbacks that you literally need to sit with. Sometimes I would get flashbacks, and it would be debilitating. Like, I can't move. I can't, process. It's like I'm in that situation all over again. It's like you're actually reliving it. And so all I can tell you is I have to pray. I have to pray. I had to be in deep prayer when that shit happened. Like, that shit used to happen to me when I was in school. Like, I was in college. Just out of nowhere, like, brain was shut the fuck down. Factory reset. But I'm still on. I'm still on, but I'm just like paralyzed. I'm paralyzed in my body, and I can't move, and I'm just having to sit with this. And that's why I just look back at I look back on myself with amazement. I'm a motherfucking beast in this bitch. Can't take shit away from me. Can't take shit away from me. If I was to die tomorrow, I'd be at peace. Only thing I'd be concerned about is my kiddo. I don't want to leave her here in this debacle. But, if God was to call me home tomorrow, like, I'd be at peace of how I live my life. I don't have any guilt that rides my back or make me feel like, I was a horrible person. I made plenty of mistakes, and I have to forgive myself all the time. I make mistakes every time I wake up. I'm imperfect. Like, I wake up and I make mistakes. Like, one of the mistakes I be making is sometimes I wake up and I look at my phone. I hate that. So I make mistakes in so many different ways. I make mistakes sometimes when I feed into my enemies. But I ain't perfect, and can't nobody tell me how to feel or how I should do things. I have to learn that on my own. And that's where I'm kind of at too in my processing. Like, I think when I first started out, I was just looking for all this advice and counsel and, which way do I go? And it's just like, go within. Go within. There's no better way to figure it out but go within. Go within. Yes, somebody can help guide you to, something, but literally you have to learn how to go within, or you're going to keep being taken advantage of. But it's a process. It's a process, and you got to learn your lessons. I want to think if 2 years is record timing to heal from 33 years of abuse. If it is, like, I think that's dope. And I don't just mean a little bit of abuse. I mean extreme cruelty. Ain't nobody did me no worse than my family. Like, my family really did a number. Really did a number. That bloodline, that did a number. So by the time I got to the world, it was just like, oh, I see you. But it was just like, oh, I gotta deal with you. 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 It was like, I don't gotta deal with you motherfuckers no more. I don't gotta do it. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for real. But I don't know. It's Saturday. And I thank God that I ain't gotta partake in the foolishness. I'm safe and I'm sound. The environment ain't ideal, but it's I got to be grateful. We got heat. We got food. It's a roof. I got my dog. I got Charlotte. So literally, I can't really even complain. Really can't even complain too much. I literally, I be feeling my types of way, and I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna add it, but overall, I'm blessed, and I thank God that each day I wake up is a day for me to get it. Get up and get it. And right now, I am my greatest work. I am, you know, I am the masterpiece, and like literally, I am my greatest work. I am my greatest muse right now, and my job is to just be a better me, a better mom, um, and everything else will align perfectly. Like it'll align perfectly. Like just focus on myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. I had no idea it was gonna turn into this. Literally,